What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with those NFL DFS contenders for week one. This time, Monday Night Football. Not as exciting, though. Broncos and Seahawks. Now, before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Then, follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. That's the only place you're going to get updates to these sim results. And then, hit the comment section. Let me know, what do you like? What do you dislike? Who is your favorite and least favorite play for tonight's slate? Finally, let's talk about Prize Picks, presenting sponsor of this video. If you click the link in the description of this video and go to Prize Picks, make a deposit of up to $100. They will match whatever you put in. If it's 20, you get 20. If it's 50, you get 50. If it's 100, you get 100. Either way, head on over to Prize Picks. Plenty of tools at Stokastic.com that will help you out with what you're doing at Prize Picks. You don't need an optimizer or anything like that. You're picking player props, over-unders, building parlay cards, trying to net up to 10x your entry fee. So do that now. The Eskridge, the Broncos defense, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Rashad Penny, rounding out the bottom of my top 10. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at the number 5 spot, we've got Courtland Sutton, 9,400, projected for about 14 fantasy points. Broncos 6.5 point favorites here, 44 point total. Seahawks not very good. It's almost like Russell Wilson makes the team better. I wonder if he's going to be any better in Denver. Crazy matchup to start the season. 14% chance for Sutton to go for north of 30 fantasy points. 11% likelihood that he is optimal at the captain spot. 34% at utility gets him all the way up to 45%. But honestly, not a lot of separation here between Sutton, Penny, Lockett, Metcalf. Any one of those could be 5. Any one of those can be 8. That is a pack of guys that just look very, very similar when it comes to Showdown tonight. It's gonna take some balancing to get Metcalf and Lockett and Penny, and then you gotta loop Sutton back in. It's tough right now, but Sutton does enough, gets in at the number 5 spot. Similarly, in at number 4, we're staying with the Broncos. We've got Jerry Judy, 8,200. Really nice price tag, just shy of 14 fantasy points. Again, Denver, big favorites here against Seattle. 17% chance to go for more than 30. 14% likelihood to be your captain. 33% at utility gets him to 47. He's just a little bit easier to roster than Sutton from a salary perspective. But again, the difference between Jerry Judy at 4 and DK Metcalf at 8 is probably like 0.2 of a fantasy point, well within the error bar. So if you like Metcalf a lot more than you like Judy or Lockett or Penny, all of these guys I think can be scrambled around, and the ownership sort of shows that as well. Very difficult to just focus on this section, but Judy's in at number 4. Staying with Denver, once again, $10,200 Javonte Williams. He's projected for 15 fantasy points, and you're expecting him to look good later in the game. 10% chance to go for more than 30, 8% at captain, but 40% at utility gets him to 48. Does get up to the 3rd spot, but I'm gonna be honest, looking at the ownership, think he's coming in a little tiny bit over-owned. Clearly a fantastic play, clearly a part of this 40% group, because you can see when it drops off to 32% for the Broncos at 9, we're just in a different tier right now. So again, if you want to mix Javonte Williams into the guys below this, if you think this is slightly off, if I take 1/10 of a point away from Williams and give Rashad Penny another 1/10 of a point, they might flip-flop in their spots. That's how tight it is here in the middle. We know what's going to be 1 and 2, or at least I assume you guys know what's going to be 1 and 2. And I assume you guys know the order as well. But for right now, lineup construction seems more important than it normally does on a Showdown slate. At number 2, we've got Geno Smith, something that I didn't expect to say 10 years ago. 8,600 for Smith, 15 fantasy point projection, going for Seattle. Obviously, dogs. Doesn't feel very likely that he's going to succeed today, but who knows? 8,600 for a quarterback makes things a bit better. 6.5% chance to go for more than 30. That would be a great night. Obviously, you're going to need him and probably need him in the captain spot there. 10% chance to be the captain. So you can probably get Geno Smith in the captain if he hits like 25, 26 fantasy points before the multiplier, that is. 46% chance, though, that he is optimal in the utility. That's where you see we hop back out of that tier. to get Geno Smith at 8,600 is just an exceptional value, and that's why you see him showing up so frequently in the utility spot. I don't mind going to the captain. That's going to be a very specific outcome for tonight, one that I don't think most people are ready for. But 46% at utility, 56% total, well above that coin flip mark. Geno Smith in at number 2. Quickly, before we get to that number 1 contender, like, subscribe, notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments what you like. Go sign up at Prize Picks using the link in the description. See, I told you it would be quick. As if there was any doubt who was showing up here, that would be Russell Wilson. 11,800 projected for 19.5. Big favorites here. Revenge narrative alert. Anything you want to put on this game, you can put on it. 28% chance that he goes for more than 30. 15% chance that he's your optimal captain, and then another 54 that he's optimal at utility. That's how good Russell Wilson looks today. His odds of being optimal just at like the flex spot are higher than the aggregate of everybody on the slate except for Geno Smith, and even then, it's very, very close. Note the number, by the way, 69% likelihood that Russell Wilson is in the optimal lineup. Nice. I don't even know what to add here. He's way better than everybody else from a fantasy perspective today. The ownership looks totally fine. I'm happy to use him in both spots. I'll probably have him a little bit more in the captain than the utility just because of, I think that's where the ownership disparity is. But you guys know the drill here. This one is as easy as it gets. Russell Wilson, and I didn't call him Russell Westbrook, which makes me very happy because normally I do. Russell Wilson is your number 1 contender for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday Night Football, Seahawks and Broncos. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. We are back again Thursday morning for another edition of the Contenders.